Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss the grand finale of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 8. But before we get into it, I just want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We really would appreciate that. We've been appreciating the love and the support you've been showing us, and we just want to continue that so we can hit our goal of
Yeah, so
500 subscribers.
by the end of the year, we hit 400 last year. We've been
Yes.
slowly building. Come on, give it to us.
So, we've made it through another All Star season. All Star 8 has a pretty little bow on it. What did you think of this episode, and what did you think of the season as a whole?
This
Excuse me.
season, they showed their hand real early on.
You know what? It reminds me of All Stars 5. Like, when the cast was announced, we knew Shay was going to win.
Right.
We knew it. And it just felt the same way, but we saw more meddling than we, like with Shay, it was natural, like she was doing well, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm not saying Jimbo wasn't doing well, but some of those early wins were very questionable, in my opinion. Now, the ones she got later in the competition, and honestly, there was one I think she should have got that she didn't, those made sense. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like they could have built her naturally instead of just playing their cards out from episode 1. That, hey,
Right.
we want to crown Jimbo. We want to crown
Because
Jimbo.
even this finale felt like forced to me.
I just think it was weird only having 2. I'm glad that they brought the other queens in to, help fill out the episode. But I just really
It was a
think
boring episode.
I really think they should have did a top 3. Like, I think they still could have did the Fame Game, talent extravaganza. But I feel like it would have rounded it out better as a top 3. And because there wasn't a live audience, it kind of threw me off with the pre-written songs about themselves.
Right.
Because, typically, that's what they've been doing for the past few years for the finale. Well, they used to do it for season, 7 and 8 as well.
Right.
So it's just like, I just wish they would have had them write a verse to those songs. Like, they could still have them do them songs, but in the midst of it, they also have to write a verse. That could have took up some time. We could have seen them writing and going to the main stage to record it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because what filled up most of the episode was literally the other queens.
Yeah.
Was just them being there.
With just them being there. But I don't know. I enjoyed All Star 8. But if I have to place it among the other All Stars, it's on the lower half for me. Yeah, for me, honestly, yeah, it's down there like bottom 3. Bottom 3. Because All Stars 1 will forever be the worst All Star season. And then right above it is All Stars 5. And then right above it is now All Stars 8.
Right. And then there's 1.
Yeah, so 1's the worst, then there's 5, then there's 8. And honestly, the only reason I put 8 above 5 is because these challenges this season, top tier. The challenges were amazing, they were fun. But the judges manipulation, the dick in the soup, as somebody used to call this. Yeah, you can see the dick in the soup. It was just
Sorry.
You're good. It was just it got enjoyable to watch at times. And then doing a top 2, that didn't make any sense. And honestly, you know what? I'm going to say it. Some of the lip sync assassins were not lip sync assassins.
Questionable.
Very questionable. And honestly, this would have been the perfect season to just switch back to the top 2 all-star format. And just have the top 2 lip sync to send one of the bottom queens home.
Right.
Because I love that format. I do. When they switched it to the lip sync assassin, I get it. They wanted to switch things up. But I just felt like it was unnecessary. I really enjoyed the top 2 lip syncing to send one of the bottom queens home. And now that rumor,
I guess it was just their way of trying to take the pressure off after Ben sat there and was like, I'm stressed out, I can't do
Well,
it.
now, when Ben was there, it was only the top two making decisions. Now everybody is. Regardless
Right.
if they're in the top or not, they still got to go into the ladies' room and cast their vote. And that could be just as important as who is in the top. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now that there's rumors that All Stars 9 might be non-elimination, it's just like I'm not really looking forward to that. I'm being honest.
No, I'm not either. Like, it was okay for the, all queen season,
No, all
because
winners.
you got to see how they grew, and you saw what they brought to the table, and they were entertaining.
And that's the only exception I have for the non-elimination format for all winners. If All Star 9 was another all winner situation, yeah, don't send them home.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just
Cause this was fine.
this
Like,
season
the
was just
whole-
fine.
Huh?
I say yes, this season was just fine.
This season was fine in and of the fact that you still got to see what the other queens brought, but to sit here and be like, oh no, we're just not going to send any of them home, it's going to become redundant.
And I was seeing online that they were having issues with queens wanting to come back because they didn't want to get sent home early. You know what I'm saying? So they switched. Rumor has it they switched it up because of that. Well, my thing is, and I've said this before.
That's the game, though.
That is the game, and that's what the queens are saying. We know what the game is. I don't want to play that game. And they had
Then you don't want to come back.
That part, but the productions want certain people back. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, if you don't want to play the rules of All Stars, ask other queens. There's so many queens in this franchise who are begging and screaming for another opportunity, but yet you keep asking the same handful of people who keeps telling you no because they don't want to deal with the elimination format. So switch it up. Like, to me, that is the whole purpose of All Stars. And another thing is, and I've said this before, I truly feel like there should be 2 to 3 years in between All Star seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think All Stars
a different set of queens. That way you don't have Juju be coming back 5 seasons.
Whoa. I will take Juju back every season if she wants to be there. Okay?
Well, I'm not complaining about Juju.
Yeah, like I want to see Juju be all the time. All the time. But yeah, I feel like All Stars should be several years apart so we could avoid this situation. But hey, we're getting them every year. Most of the time, there has not been a bad season of All Stars. Let me state that. Out of all 8 of them, none of them were just boo-boo garbage. They all had their moments where they shined, and they all had their moments where they could have improved. But yeah, I'm not sure about All Stars 9. Of course, we'll review it. Of course, we'll be watching along. But yeah, I'm going to have to see it. I'm just glad we're still going to have Versus the World. Both Canada and UK, España All-Stars, and the Global All-Stars are all rumored to still have an elimination-based format. So maybe having the American All-Stars not be elimination will be fine as long as the others continue to do the elimination format.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, that's just me. That's just us. We're just one review duo, okay?
Yes.
We're just one review duo.
One.
So let's go ahead and get into this episode. We've been ranting about 10 minutes. All right, so we start off this episode with LaLarie, James Mansfield, and the other queens entering the workroom. They were talking about how amazing the variety show was, which I agree, that variety show was amazing.
That was a really good variety show.
Like I said, that's the reason why I hated putting All Stars 8 so low in my ranking, because the challenges were A1. But what bothered me is you could just see the production's hands. And I don't like that. And
from day one.
And I get it. We need the production to help move the story along. But it needs to be somewhat like an All Stars 2 situation.
It needs to be natural. It needs to flow.
Like with All Stars 2, it was natural. But it was also new. So they knew that they could just be like, okay, here's these new rules and, get the camera ready. You know what I'm saying? But it just, But anyway, they're here.
Because it seems like from day one, it's just been like all eyes on Jimbo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, fine, you want to crown her, but like let her earn her wins. Don't just give her whatever. I understand you want to crown her, but don't force the crown.
That part, because Jimbo's an amazing queen, and I'm
Right.
so happy for Jimbo.
And
Like,
she would have earned it in her own right anyway.
yeah, I'm gonna
Like,
say she was gonna win regardless if production put their hands in it or not. I just wish they
exactly.
would have just let go and let Jimbo shine without
Hmm.
forcing her to shine. Because, like I said, the second half of this season, baby Jimbo was slaying these hoes. The first
Hmm.
half, she was getting there. It's like she wasn't bad, but she wasn't to the top just yet. She was rising like a good souffle. She was rising, and once she got there, baby, it was over for them. It
Hmm.
was over. It was over. I
Molten lava cake.
yeah, it was just like she would have gotten there, and I really wish y'all would have let her get there. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Yes.
happy for Jimbo. Oh, and I know for sure whenever they do the next all winter season, Jimbo will be
Yep.
there. I already know Jimbo will be there,
Big boobies and
and
all.
I'm gonna be ready. I want to see even bigger titties next time.
Oh my God. Because
I
she
want
had
to see
them like
even
quadruple
bigger
X's.
titties. I want to see them. I do. I love Jimbo's drag. I do. So they congratulated Lala.
I'm learning to appreciate Jimbo's drag.
They congratulated Lala Ree and James Mansfield, and then they turned around and congratulated the top two All Stars, which is Candy Muse and Jimbo. So
Hmm.
it is the next day in the workroom. Everybody's walking in. They're having a cute little moment, and then I thought this was funny that Monica was teaching Lala Ree the bad stuff to say in Spanish.
Hmm.
Oh, that tickled me. And I'm like, Monica would. Oh, Monica, you would. But we had a little shady moment because Miss Nisha Lopez was like, no tea, no shade.
Hmm.
But James, I don't know. I don't understand how you were in the top. I was like, ooh. I was like, ooh.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't either.
I enjoyed James' performances, her performance in the talent show, variety show. I
Hmm.
personally would not have put her there, but knowing RuPaul's humor,
Hmm.
I know why James was there.
Right.
Because you got to remember who is making the decisions.
Yes, and it is not us.
It is RuPaul. RuPaul loves that
Tis
type of humor.
RuPaul choice.
Yeah, RuPaul loves that type of humor, and I do too. But I enjoy all different aspects of drag. But yeah, Naisha was like, no tea, no shade. And I love how when they were sitting down with the pink furry box, that James was able to throw that back at her. No tea. I almost fell off the couch. I'm like, yes, James, come on, reference.
Hmm.
But we get our final Rue mail of the season. Ooh, that is a terrible screenshot of Rue. I am so sorry, Mother Rue. Forgive me, Father. So, RuPaul enters the workroom and finally a lovely suit. Lovely.
Yes.
Nice. I love the combination of this brown and blue. Looks good on your Rue. It looks
Hmm.
good on your Rue. So RuPaul announces that the final challenge of the season is going to be Jimbo and Candy Muse performing to tracks that were written for them. They're going to be produced. They were produced and written by Leland, and they will be performed. I thought it was going to be on the main stage, but it's on that sound stage that they have that they've
Uh-huh.
done several
They
of.
gotta justify having it.
They're like, we ain't used it this season because they use it at least once a season, and they're like, well, we ain't used it yet, so boom, let's do it. Because that's
Hmm.
also the set. That's also the stage where they did All Star Sixes. This is my country. Aye, aye, aye.
Retarded song.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I I liked the song. It had to grow on me though. Ooh-wee.
Mm.
But anyway, so we also have our tic tac chit chats with
Hmm.
RuPaul and Michelle Visage looking lovely in that pink. Baby, she
Hmm.
knew that this was going to air the week Barbie came out. So she had to. She had
Mm.
to. I might go see Barbie next weekend. I've been seeing good stuff about it. and I want to go see it now. But we had a first conversation with Jimbo, but then we cut back to the workroom and the pink furry box. But at first it was cute little, oh, who was most likely to steal your man, blah, blah, fun little stuff. But then it turned out with prizes and trips, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Money out the wazoo.
It started off with Kasha saying she gets 1,000, plus she gets to choose somebody else to get 1,000, and she chose Monica. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I think I would have chosen Monica too, because she did go home first. She didn't walk away with anything, so I'd be like, at least I know for sure you're finna walk out with at least 1,000.
Right.
At least 1,000. You know what I'm saying?
At least 1,000.
But then there was more money given out to everybody. They were getting 2,500 here, 1,000 here, 500 there, and then Naisha won a trip. I'm like, okay, okay. So after all that, we got to see Candy sit down, and then they go back to the main stage where they meet Miguel, which I guess he's now the permanent choreographer for RuPaul's Drag Race. Because he's been doing the choreography for a minute now.
Well, we can't have the other person up there because they cause too much controversy.
Oh, no. We had Jamal Sims there for a minute after him. But, he took over. He is the Vegas showrunner with RuPaul. So I guess all his time is dedicated there now. Because we don't see him much.
Because, they got like 2 different Work the World shows going on now. There's the tour, and then there's the one in Vegas.
Well, the one in Vegas is the RuPaul's Drag Race Live. Work the World and Drag Race Live are 2 different beasts. I know when I go to Vegas, I was supposed to go in October, but we scrapped that. I'm going to I'll probably go in December now. Yeah, I might go in December now, but I plan on going to the drag. I'm going to probably go to several of them. I'm probably going to go to several of them. But yes, anyway.
You want to go, and now I want to go, and I was...
But you're going to Vegas in March next year, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
That's not a guarantee. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's not a guarantee. Look. Everybody that is going is in a relationship. I will be the only single person there. Well, whatever the heck I got going on.
Yeah. But we're on the main stage. They're doing the choreography. And now it's time for the main stage. We're just going to cut straight to it. No need to tiptoe around it. So, what did we think of Mother Rue's look for the finale of Drag Race All-Stars?
I swear I've seen this outfit before.
I'm going to say it's a very similar silhouette that we've seen. It was cute. For the finale, I would have loved something a little bit more bigger. But this is a cute look on RuPaul. The legs are out.
She said I had to perform.
She had to perform. That's exactly what we're finna get to here in a minute. But we were joined by just the family, Michelle Visage, Carson Kressley, and Ross Matthews. Why wasn't TS here? Maybe she was booked and busy and couldn't come in for that day. Maybe. We're going to say so. We're going to say she was booked and busy that day. So,
have they ever had 5 people on the panel before?
Yeah. They used to have 5 people all the time. Like pre-COVID, it was common to have like the 3 main judges, RuPaul, Carson, and Michelle, and have 2 guest judges. That was very common. But after COVID, it's just been 1. Sometimes they'll do 2, but most of the time it's just been 1. But RuPaul was like, hold on, y'all. I got a little number I want to do for y'all today. And this is becoming a thing she's doing every season. And I love it. ASMR Lover, which is one of my favorite songs from RuPaul, like ever now. And you know what gets me? I was sitting down thinking, as this performance was happening, and I'm like, RuPaul's Black Butter album is like one of the top 10 albums to have come out this year. And I'm going to stand on that.
You think she'd get a Grammy?
Oh, no. I highly doubt that. Baby. The only people who listened to that album were Drag Race fans. Let's be real. But for me, my personal, like so far we're in July, and this is definitely one of the top 10 albums for me of the year. Hell, top 5 to be honest with you. This Black Butter is probably my favorite RuPaul album. Like RuPaul did that. But anyway.
Look, RuPaul said I'm gonna do a little shimmy. Ye little moves.
Oh, baby, that little
I'm a
body
bend.
roll she kept doing. I'm like, okay,
I'm
Miss
gonna bend
Body
a little
Roll.
low. Do your little body roll.
I'm like, you better roll that body. Here's a screenshot of it now. You better roll that body. You better roll it. I'm like, okay, Rue. And, you know, I've noticed the more she's doing these performances, the more she actually is moving. Because if you remember the first one she did, it was very walk, walk, pose, pose, walk, walk, pose. Now she's
Mm-hmm.
actually doing a little 1, 2, body roll, body roll.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, Rue. And then we had the break dancer up here.
Right.
I was like, all right.
Look, all I could think was, ooh, that chocolate one up front. Well, he's in the back in this picture that I'm looking at, but yeah, I said he's sexy.
Of course, you would be looking
Of
at.
course, you know I gotta be thirsty.
I'm finna
There
say
he
you're
is.
just as bad as the judges. They're talking about their favorite moment of the season were the dancers in the short shorts.
Eh.
Oh, that
But see,
tickled
this
me.
is the first time the little chocolate one's been there because the
I think so.
chocolate
I
one
think this
with
is
the
the first
blonde,
time I've seen him because they had a different chocolate one before.
because the chocolate one with blonde hair is right here, and he's been here all season, or at least for every dance challenge. But this chocolate one ain't been here. And I was just like, I would sit here and thirst over somebody who I can't get with.
But that was RuPaul's performance. I thought she did a good job.
Yes.
So now let's get into the top two's performance. Up first, we had I Remember Being Born by
What in the
Jimbo.
holy name?
I love
It was
how
a bop though. I'm not even gonna lie.
I love how she used what she was going to wear for the makeover challenge because remember that's what she was trying to do
Hmm.
for the. She's like, "Well, I'm gonna wear it now," and I'm like, "Smart."
Well, it's her brand,
It is her brand.
honestly. So,
It is her brand. Um, she did good with the choreography. Honestly, this is the best she's done with choreography. If we're
hmm.
gonna be honest, this is the best she's done. Was it like top tier? No, but I was entertained. I'm like,
Right.
Jimbo did a good job. She knew the words, especially with, giving this song last minute. She knew the words. She knew most of the
Hmm.
choreography. There was a few moments she was like, but hey, she did it. She did a good job. Okay?
She did I.
Now, Miss Candy Muse right here, pay me with money.
Gave me with
Oh,
money,
she
honey.
ate this up. Oh, she
She
ate this
did.
up. She
The
ate
her
every second of this up.
her lisp is so apparent physically
Mm-hmm.
that it throws me off when she lip syncs.
Oh, but I was just sitting here and I'm just standing there. I was sitting there watching. I'm like, oh, is there a possibility they might?
I
Because
enjoyed it.
because
Look,
they
because I was like, oh, they might just give it to Candy because
and they lifted her. She did the T pose. I love it. I love that. I love
That
it.
she said like I need to give me some strong men's.
And but they're good about doing that little fake out for the finale. Because if you go back to All Stars 5, that episode it really made it seem like they were finna crown Jujubee. That whole
Mm-hmm.
episode, I'm like, wait, are they finna crown Juju? No, they're not finna crown. Please crown Juju. I was so ready to crown Juju.
Who won 5 again?
Shea Coulee. And then with All Star 6, we should have known Kylie was going to win because she was so heavily focused on it. So when she won, I was like, wait, what? But going back and watching All Star 6, I went back and watched it. Ooh, was it top of the year? I went back and rewatched it. Watching that
Mm-hmm.
finale, knowing Kylie was going to win, I'm like, wow. Like, they were telling us the whole episode. It was a Kylie centered episode. And somehow it just went over my head. I was so Team Raja so hard that
That's okay.
it just
She
flew
got
over
hers.
my head. Oh yeah, she went and got hers, and we gonna talk about where she got hers and where Jimbo got hers and how they had to do it on their third time. We'll get there. Anyway, then after that
Third time's the charm.
we had a cute little I'm a winner moment with both of them and the cast of All Stars 8. Honestly, this was random as hell. I was like, wait, huh? Because when I saw the queens here, and I'm like, okay, they're probably going to do half and half of them behind Jimbo and half of them, do Candy's performance, be in the background of them. So when they did
Mm-hmm.
both performances and I didn't see them, I'm like, so what was the point of them being at the dance rehearsal? Just for them to do this little praise moment. I'm a winner, baby. Just wave their hands and step side to side.
Oh, and Kahana to have her little.
Oh, baby, you can. That was the leader of the choir right there, honey.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't
She
tell her
she
nothing.
sings all the solos. Okay, nobody else gets a solo. It's all every Sunday. She grabs the mic, ready to go.
Yep.
So, the final category of the season is, what was it? Finale Fabulosity or something like that?
Uh, Something like that. Something realness.
No, it was Fabulosity. I think it was Final Fabulosity or something like that. Something
Finale
along that line.
fabulosity.
Yeah, Finale Fabulosity, something along that lines. Your best drag, honey. Bring your best drag. Up first, Monica Beverly Hills.
Yes.
What do we think of Monica's look here?
I love it. There's a lot of purple, and every time I see purple, I'm like, oh, that's and but can't sit there and attribute it to just one queen.
Oh, there's two queens I think of with purple. I think of Lawrence Chaney and I think of Raja O'Hara. Those are the two
Mm-hmm.
queens that just really, when I think of the color purple, I go straight to them.
Right.
But I agree, Monica looks stunning here. She
Yes.
looks
The makeup
honestly.
is
There's only
soft
one
and
look I don't
natural.
like. There's only one look I don't like out of
Mm-hmm.
all 11 queens we saw on this episode. Because for unfortunately Heidi quit, so she did not come back for this.
Come back.
But yeah, I liked 10 out of the 11.
Right.
But yeah, this was stunning. Up next is Naysha Lopez. This was breathtakingly beautiful.
She looked like the sea.
Baby, she walked out and I went, I'm like, and it was stunning.
Loosen your booty hole.
I'm sick of you. And I love the way that the train just flowed behind
Low.
her. It
It was
was
not bad for one
elegant.
that's puffy too, because it could look really heavy and labored.
Yeah, it just looks so good. What did you think of this look?
I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It was really soft, really delicate for even with the harsh angles, the piece of cardboard sticking up in the shoulder. But other than that, yeah, it was a good look. I probably would have went with a different hair color because it just kind of blends. But other than that, I think it should have been blue instead of pink.
Mm-hmm. Well, up next we have Mrs. Kasha Davis. And I think this is stunning.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is beautiful. I think this is elegant. It looks like she's gonna head off to a charity gala. And she's the largest donor. So she gets to walk in and have an entrance.
Beetlejuice realness.
Not Beetlejuice, really.
That's all I saw was Beetlejuice realness.
But what else did you think of this look here?
Um, Again, I wish she would have went with a different hair color, different hairstyle. Other than that, it is a gorgeous dress. She knows her angles, she knows her sizes, um, and works them very well. Even when we were looking at, the what was the stupid little contest called?
The Fame Games?
The Fame Games. I'm tired and have a brain fart. Um, Even her brain games, her Fame Games outfits were really good and well proportioned. So stop yawning. Those are contagious.
I didn't yawn this time.
I heard you.
No, I didn't.
Can't see you, but I heard you.
Y'all put in the comments to let her know I didn't yawn. I didn't yawn this time. I did not. Up
Okay.
next, we need to step into the refreshing waters of Darien Lake. I thought this was stunning. I love the reveals. I love how she's showing off her new body. She said, I worked hard to lose this weight, honey. You finna see all this. You finna see every bit of it, okay? And
You know what? She got
enjoyed
more
it.
confidence than I do, so
Baby,
I
I
can't
love this.
talk snack.
So what did you think of this look?
I'm not a fan of chartreuse. As much green as I have acquired lately. Chartreuse is good for shoes, and that's about it.
You finna
Um,
chartreuse these hands.
but other than that, like again, it's knowing your proportions. I really wish the skirt had went all the way around. I wish you would have kept the skirt on.
I love that you
Um,
took the skirt off, Darian.
you
Forget
like the
her.
skirt on?
Forget her. She a hater. Boom,
I'm
boom.
not a
She a hater,
hater.
baby. She a hater. She a
I'm
hater,
not a
baby.
hater. We got the same color hair. How am I gonna be a hater?
Up next is James Mansfield. What did you think of this look here?
I gotta get there. It's a lot of orange. It's a lot of orange. And I know you're a big fan of orange. She looked like a big old like flamenco orange. But other than that, it was a good look. It was a good look. Like again, proportions are good. She looks like she's about to trip on the dress. But I'm assuming she practiced because she knows how to walk in it.
I really
It's
enjoyed
it's a
this
good
look.
look.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the shape. I love this gown. It's a different type of gown for James as well.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the nod to Vegas because she now lives in Vegas, so I
Right.
love the nod to there. And I thought this was stunning. That headpiece is everything to me. Like I want that
All I thought
headpiece.
about when I saw that headpiece was, I hope you don't keep that on the whole time because that is heavy
Like I
AF.
want that headpiece like so bad. I would
You
never
know what? I
take it
could see
off.
you walking around with that, and you
I
got enough
would
neck to deal with it.
never take it off either. It would just.
You would have the beefiest no neck.
But let's move onwards to Kahana Montrese.
Yes, ma'am.
This stunning.
Now she referenced Oshun, and I'm like, Oshun is like a water goddess, right?
Is she?
But okay.
I don't know. I didn't know she was a water goddess. But this is stunning. The sunflowers, this
Mm-hmm.
big coat. It all worked so well. It flowed so beautifully down the runway. It looks like her
Right.
skin. Like
Yes.
it checks all the boxes for me. What did you think of
All the
this look?
boxes. Like if she could have brought it for the actual season, yeah,
Oh,
I would have had no
her runways
problems.
killed this season. Her runways,
Yes.
yes, her runways killed.
Yes. Like if there was another category to the fan games, like who had the best runway, definitely.
Well, honestly, a lot of people were. That's how they voted. Was who
Mm-hmm.
had the best runway package. But at the end, it really just turned into we're voting for our favorite who didn't win. That's what it really turned into. Up
Right.
next is Do Re Mi La La Re. Stunning. Eloquent. Beautiful. Like, and even Lala said herself, she don't wear gowns that often.
No.
But this is stunning.
Yes.
What did you think of this look here?
I loved everything but that Kit Kat wig.
I love the wig. It
I did
fits for
not.
me.
It didn't work for me.
It worked.
But I can't see Lala Ree in anything else. So like I don't know, just something about that Kit Kat wig just did not sit right with me. And then I'm gonna need her to start putting her foundation color on the inside of her laces because you can see the different color lace. Either that or invest in some HD lace, baby, because you could see it, and that was irritating me. Other than that, she looked freaking amazing.
She's a hater, baby. All right, up next is Alexis
I gave a compliment and I'm a
Michelle.
hater.
Up next is Alexis Michelle. What did you think of this look here?
She looked like a freaking flower. I loved it.
This was so beautiful. This was another one that I went back. I was like, oh, Miss Alexis.
Mm,
But she's another one that's had like a glow up when it came to her
right.
runways. Although she wore a lot of gowns.
She did wear a
This
lot of
gown
gowns.
is stunning. I can't take that away
Even the
from
one
her.
she made was a gown.
I wish there was a necklace.
Yeah.
That's the only
Even
thing.
something simple.
Yeah, just a cute little necklace just to see, for the chest here.
Look, get you the little jewel tattoos with the big one, and then go to the small one down the chest. That'll work.
Yeah, but still, this is stunning. This is beautiful. I think this is my favorite Alexis Michelle look of the whole season. Like, she ate this up. She really did. Up next is Jessica Wilde.
Again, Barbie era.
I know, right? It's like they just knew this was going to air the week of Barbie. I like this look. It's a little simple. But I do love it. It looks good on her. It fits. The wig looked nice. I have no complaints on this. What did you think of this look?
Same thought process, honestly. No complaints.
And now it's time for our top two competitors. Up first, Jimbo.
And I'm pretty sure we have the same one we didn't like. Maybe. Maybe.
Because I will say I like this look, so is it the same one we dislike? I like this look.
Because this was very Jimbo. And I'm like, you know what? It's campy but elegant at the same time, and I appreciate
it.
it.
Gives you fashion. I really enjoyed it. I love that she didn't wear the big boobs when she could have.
Right.
Because when she
Like,
stepped to the
they're
side,
still big. They're like my size.
I think somewhere I read or watched in the video, I think in the reaction of Jimbo winning, originally she was supposed to wear boobs with this, but Candy was like, it looks better without it, so she took them off, or she didn't put them on, one of the two. So you can see, like, when she turns to the side, the hole where the titties would have went.
Right.
But I really think it was a smart choice not to wear them here.
Right.
Because if Jimbo...
It looks more elegant this way.
Yeah, like, if Jimbo wanted to be a fashion girly, baby, it would be over for these hoes. Just like it's over that she's a campy clown. If she wanted to do the high fashion route, baby, it would be over for y'all.
Because she got the body for it.
She got the body. But yeah, this is stunning. Enjoyed it. And last, we have Candy Muse.
Big Bird!
You're not gonna get me. I will not be seen on camera laughing. You will not. You will not do this. But we're gonna move on. I can't even talk.
Look, that's what I saw when it came down the thing. I was just like, what in the holy name?
No.
Look, from the neck up.
Nope, we're moving on. We're moving on.
From the neck up, it was good. And then everything from the neck down was just...
No. So, out of our top two queens here, who had your favorite look?
Jimbo.
I agree with Jimbo. And out of our eliminated queens, who had your favorite look?
Kahana Montrese.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to agree. Kahana, Naisha's like a close second, but Kahana, really, like that's what it was. Well, Alexis too. She's a close second with Naisha, but Kahana, that was everything. But then RuPaul announces the winner of the Fame Games, and the winner is LaLa Reed.
Yes, nice to know my 30 points went somewhere.
Yeah, so she just won a cash tip of $60,000. On top of that $30,000 she won earlier in the season, plus the like $1,500 she won in the workroom earlier. She practically walked out with $100,000 here. So like she just walked out with the money that the old winners used to get.
So it was what? 60, 30. So that's
Then 5
90.
more for winning that challenge, remember? So that's
Yep.
95 right there.
95.
And I want to say she won 1,500 earlier, so that's 96,500.
And
So,
that's what she would have got after taxes.
after she paid taxes on this, it's probably going to be half of that. But still, because, the government going to get theirs, honey. They're going to get theirs.
And if she lives in California, the state gonna get theirs too.
Yep. But I'm so happy for Miss LaLaurie. She looks stunning. And she is a winner, baby. So, it is now time for the final lip sync between Jimbo and Candy Muse. They're going to be lip syncing to The Crown, to the song Do You Wanna Funk by Sylvester and Patrick Colley. I haven't heard this song in so long. Honestly, I forgot about it. Oh my goodness. It started and I'm like, oh, not Sylvester, honey. I wish we've had more Sylvester lip syncs on the show. But I got some tea on this final lip sync. You want to hear it?
Yes.
So, I was watching the Roscoe's viewing party. And, Naysha Lopez hostess.
Host.
She's one of the hostess. There's 3 of them. Her, Baddie, and Caramel DeVille. And she said right before this lip sync, they tried changing the lip sync song. Because, at the beginning of the episode, they tell the queens, hey, this is going to be the lip sync song for this episode. Listen to it, learn it, et cetera, et cetera. And Naysha said last minute they tried to come in and change it. And guess what they were trying to change it to?
What?
Milkshake by Khalees.
Well, they really wanted Jimbo to win. They really wanted Jimbo
Naysha
to
also
win.
mentioned when they go to the show, they send them a couple songs that they perform a lot so that they, maybe they can possibly pull from lip syncs. Apparently they've been doing that forever. When you fill out the application, they want to know what songs you typically perform. And Milkshake was on the list that Jimbo turned in.
Of course.
And they said Candy was like, no, I'm not finna do this. Give me my phone. I'm finna call my mother. If y'all want to crown Jimbo, then go ahead and crown her. Like Naysha said, she went off. And I would have too.
I would have too.
But then again, I do like Milkshake more than Do You Want to Funk. But, Candy doesn't do like the big titty, humor like Jimbo does. So I would feel some type of way.
She don't do no titty humor.
Yeah, so it was just like, I would feel some type of way as well. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now, if you want to crown Jimbo, that's fine. But I'm not finna just lay down and let y'all do it.
Exactly.
So then I guess they changed it back to what it originally was this. But could you imagine if Candy wouldn't have thrown a fit and we would have gotten Milkshake right here?
Oh my God. Then I think I'd have been mad. Like, I no hate on Jimbo because Jimbo got what she deserved, but at the same time, I'd have been like, so we just handing out crowns now, like
don't get me wrong, I would have lived, but I would have thought the same thing. I'm like, yeah, they're crowning Jimbo. As soon as I heard the doom 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 doom, I'm like, oh, they're finna crown Jimbo. They finna crown Jimbo.
Yep.
Because them titties were finna start shaking. My milkshake bringing all the boys to the yard.
My milkshake.
They was finna start shaking. But what did we think of the lip sync that we got with Do You Wanna Funk?
I honestly, I think if it wasn't for the titties, Candy would have blew her out the water.
Honestly, I think this was a good lip sync for both of them. Like, I feel like they both played into their strengths. Like I said from the beginning of the season, if Jimbo just played into her silliness, she can start winning some lip syncs. And now she plays into her silliness. And I love to see it. But yeah, honestly, they both did a great job. They did 2 different versions of the song. They both attacked the performance differently. But I think they both did a great job.
Yeah.
But RuPaul made her decision. And the queen that was inducted into the Hall of Fame is Jimbo, you're a champion. Greatest of them all, you're a champion. Woo! Congratulations, Jimbo. She did it. She won $200,000.
Mm-hmm.
She did it. And I'm happy for Jimbo. I am. You know, all BS aside with this season, with the production clearly having her as a favorite, she still delivered on the looks, on the comedy, on the acting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she really did such an amazing job this season. She did. But yeah, we have a new winner.
Her name is Jimbo.
Her name is Jimbo.
The drag clown.
The drag clown. I thought. Oh, that's not there. Okay. But yeah, I'm happy for Jimbo. Can't wait to see you on the next All Winners because we know you're going to be there. We know you're going to be there with even bigger titties, and I'll be waiting with open arms. Okay?
Open arms.
Because, you know, a lot of people like to give Jimbo shit. And they're like, aren't you tired of this? And I'm like, no.
Tired of what?
Jimbo's aesthetic, pretty much. I'm like, we don't tell fashion queens to change it up. We don't tell the pageant queens to change it up. So why do we tell the clown to switch it up? You know what I'm saying?
Look, I was never like, oh, I think, or maybe in the past I might have, because I haven't really watched any of our past videos.
Yeah, going back and watching some of those, I'll be like, ooh, why did I say that?
Right. I'm like, I haven't watched any of the first season of Canada's Drag Race, so I'm not quite sure what
I need to go back and rewatch
critiques were for Jimbo, other than the fact that I know I did not like how she painted and that she needed to work on it. And now this girl has like one of the better faces I have seen.
Oh yeah, the face card, it does not decline, honey.
So I'm just like, and in all honesty, that's what I really just wanted her to fix, was just the paint. Like the rest of it was gonna come. You know, I understand when drag queens first come out, you know, not everybody can sit here and be like a certain queen we're gonna discuss in the next episode and only do drag a year and have like some of the best drag I have seen. Yeah, like it's an acquired thing, you know, and I'm glad that the glow up was real for Jimbo.
Yep. And Jimbo joins Raja O'Hara as the only two queens to win on their third time competing. And the funny part is they did it in the opposite country.
Right, they did it in one another's country.
Yeah, Raja's an American who won Canada, and Jimbo's a Canadian who won the American version.
Right.
I love the flip flop there, and it happened year after year because last year we got Raja, and now this year we get Jimbo. Yeah. So you never know. That might be the new trend for All Stars, being like the third time's the charm. Or in Juju Beast, if she decides to step back in, it'll be the fifth time.
15th time's the charm.
It will be the fifth time if Jimbo ever, not Jimbo, if Juju ever decides to re-enter the competition.
Right.
Which I hope she does, because she needs a queen.
her technical win on Celebrity.
Celebrity, yeah. But I feel like if Juju ever come back in, she got to get the crown this time. I feel like she's either going to go home early or she's going to get the crown, because people are going to be like, no, she makes it to the finale every time. So now that she's in the bottom, let's go ahead and get rid of her.
Right.
Because she's the only queen to make it to the grand finale 4 times. Each season,
right.
She made it
her and Candy Muse are going to be like a real just like force, because Candy Muse has made it to the finale both times.
Yep. And Candy Muse has already said on Twitter that she would do a versus the world. And I'm like, ooh. If she does that, y'all better beware, because
be ready, because Candy is not going to come to play.
No. Y'all thought Silky and Raja ran through Canada? Let Candy come through Canada or come through.
Oh my God. And imagine Silky and Candy together.
If they were on the same season, Twitter would have a meltdown with them on the same season.
Twitter, Thread, all of them.
would have a meltdown, honey. They couldn't take it.
Yes. I
But
am ready for it.
if it ever happens, I would love to see it. But
Yes.
it is time to go ahead and wrap things up here. So, LaCresha, where can they find you on social medias?
You can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDSMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all soon. Bye.